the best way to describe it, or my feelings, would be from a quotation which I've read. I now belong to the higher cult of mortals, for I have seen the albatross.
For centuries, people have been drawn to the extinct volcano that is the Otago Peninsula because of its abundant wildlife. Māori were attracted to the peninsula because there was plentiful kaimoana, or seafood. There were also many birds which they roasted for feasts. They also plucked the feathers and used them to make warm cloaks. The major Māori settlement on the peninsula was Otago, which eventually gave its name to the whole region, Otago. In the 1830s, whalers from Europe and the United States arrived in the region, attracted by the right whales which would congregate in Otago Harbour. More recently, people flocked to the peninsula to watch the wildlife around its coasts. There is the rare Stewart Island shag, and fur seals and sea lions. Most of the sea lions on the peninsula are males. They are dark brown with a heavy mane. They can be very aggressive when provoked, so make sure you keep your distance. Sea lions are related to bears, and although they appear awkward, they can move very quickly over short distances. With their strong jaws and teeth laced with vile bacteria, a bite would not be a comfortable experience. On several beaches, if you wait until dusk, you can see one of the world's rarest species of penguin, the yellow-eyed penguin. If you are lucky, you will see it waddling up from the beach to its nest hidden in the vegetation. About 75 centimetres tall, the yellow-eyed penguin has stripes of yellow feathers which stretch from its eyes to the back of its head. At the entrance to the Otago Harbour is Taiaroa Head. It's named after one of Otago's greatest chiefs, Te Mātenga Taiaroa. During the 1830s, he helped wrest the South Island back for his tribe, Ngāi Tahu, from northern invaders. Today, Taiaroa Head is known as the home of one of the world's few mainland breeding colonies of the Royal Albatross. Albatross are the largest seabirds in the world and spend most of their lives gliding across the southern oceans at speeds of up to 115 kilometres per hour. They only come ashore to breed, usually on remote islands. Of the 22 species of albatross in the world, half can be found in New Zealand. The largest of these species is the southern royal albatross, whose wingspan can reach a mammoth 3.5 metres. The northern royal albatrosses at Taiaroa Head are slightly smaller and only started breeding at the colony in the 20th century after the area was deforested. They were noticed visiting the area in 1914, and the first egg was laid in 1920. But it was not until 1938 that a chick survived long enough to fly. The breeding birds usually arrive in September, build their nests of earth and vegetation, and in November lay a large white egg about 500 grams in weight. The parents share the incubation, which takes an unusually long time of 11 weeks. The albatross chicks hatch in late January, but it is not until September that the young albatross takes its first flight and heads off for 3 to 6 years at sea. Today there are more than 140 birds in the colony at Taiaroa Head. One of the colony's mainstays was an albatross called Grandma. She lived to be over 60 years old.